So, recently it's been officially announced that Evil Dead the game has been delayed until next year. And they came out with a statement announcing the target date for next year and some of the reasons why it's been delayed till next year. And people got a lot of things to say about it, apparently. And I have a few thoughts of my own about it and thoughts on other people's thoughts on it. So, without further ado, let's dive in. Buckle up, buttercups. Alright, so I'm going to pull up the statement here. So, they put out a statement. Saber Interactive and Boss Team Games, I guess collectively, I don't recall them posting anything on their individual social media pages, but for the Evil Dead video game social media pages, they posted this. It says, Evil Dead the game will be releasing in February 2022. And then it says, hey groovy gamers, we're targeting a new release date to give the team some extra time for polish and to ensure this is the ultimate Evil Dead experience you're all waiting for. This additional time is also allowing us to implement a single player option that will let you enjoy the game when you are without your co-op compadres. We want to thank everyone for your understanding and support, and please stay tuned for more information about new character updates, pre-order availability, in the next gameplay video featuring Bruce Campbell. So, there's a couple things to unpack there. First of all, it was kind of teased by Bruce Campbell himself. I want to say last month, like early last month, that the game would be released in February of next year. Now, obviously, a lot of people are disappointed that the game is being pushed back till next year because originally it was announced that it would be coming out this year. But the closer we have been getting to the end of this year, the less likely it looked like it would have been this year because there was no actual time frame. They just kept saying 2021. So, me personally, from a marketing perspective, if it would have been released this year, I think the best time to have released it would have been October. For a couple of reasons. One being October is, spooky season, Halloween, horror movies are synonymous with that. This is a video game based off a horror franchise, so that would have been perfect. But also, October, specifically the 15th of October, marks the official 40th anniversary of the original Evil Dead film, and in turn, the franchise as a whole. So, this year is the 40th anniversary of the Evil Dead in October. That would have been a perfect time to have released the game. However, anybody that understands how game design and development works knows that sometimes things come up, or sometimes whatever it is currently being worked on, it might be like, well, this is good, but it can be better. It's not the best that it could be. So let's see if we can, get more time to polish this out. Or there are some other ideas that were originally discussed but scrapped, and then they realized, no, we can actually do this, let's put it in. Or there are ideas that were brought up at a later date, and they're like, well, do we have time to do this? We don't have time to do it right now unless we extend it. So let's extend your time so we can put this in. There's a bunch of factors that go into it, in addition to making sure that whatever actually is already finished is the best that it can be. So I say all that to say there are people out there that are taking the statement as if the main reason why the game is being pushed back is to add a single player mode. If you've seen any of my past videos, or you've seen any of my numerous comments online responding to people, that I was under the impression that a single player mode was already implemented, which, for all we know, a single player mode may actually have already been implemented. This could just be a statement announcing that officially, yes, a single player mode is in the game, but they are fine tuning it. So because I feel like there are some people that are taking this as, oh, the whiny baby back bitches that soiled their diapers and cried for their babas got their way. Because that happens a lot with the entertainment industry when it comes to movies, TV shows, comic books, video games, whatever have you. You have the sides of fandoms that bitch and moan until they feel like they got their way. And I don't necessarily believe that every single time it's people giving in to the negative way a fandom can not just ask but demand a change be made. And that's just not how business works. A business can't look at people demanding something to happen in a negative way and say, "Oh, let's give it to them." That's not a good business practice. So I don't believe that Saber and Boss Team Games were like, "Oh shit, people really want this and are giving us really negative feedback for not showing anything of a single player game. We need to give them the single player mode so that, you know, we can get people to buy the game." I don't believe that that's the case with this at all. I do believe they obviously looked at feedback, because let's face it, if you've looked at any of the posts about this game anywhere on social media, unfortunately the number one thing people have been saying is, "I want a single player mode. I want a single player mode. I'm not going to play this unless it's a single player mode, blah, 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 blah." And it's like, me personally as a fan, I find it annoying, because it's like not every video game, sure, not every video game needs to be a multiplayer game, but not every video game also needs to be a single player game. And if you look at the market for video games right now, what's popular is co-op and multiplayer games, not single player. And single player games have been around since video games have been invented, because let's face it, video games started off as single player and then evolved into having co-op and then party games and then evolved into having online stuff. And me personally, I'm sorry, a video game that you can experience with a friend or with multiple friends is infinitely more entertaining than a game you play by yourself. If you have an issue with co-op and multiplayer games because you've had bad experiences with other players, or because you feel that the quality of a game, having nothing to do with the people themselves, like the people you play with, but just the game itself, the quality of the gameplay, wasn't to your liking, on one hand, I get it. But if you're the type of person that's like, "I don't like co-op and multiplayer games simply because I don't like people, I'd rather be by myself," that's kind of sad. I'm sorry. That's like the equivalent of, you know, when you're in middle school and it's, you know, time for gym or time for recess and everybody's out playing together, having a good time, and you're just standing there with your arms folded, looking pissed off, and you're like, "I'd rather have, you know, a small bouncy ball that I can, like, you know, throw and bounce off the wall and catch and play by myself than play with other people." Like, that's the type of person that you are. You're that kid that doesn't know how to play well with others and just doesn't like people for whatever dumb freaking reason. I'm sorry. I feel like when it comes to co-op and multiplayer games, it's like everything else in life. It's sure you can meet up with someone and tell them about your experiences that you had solo with a movie, a TV show, a video game, or, you know, a vacation you went on, or if you went to a theme park or a restaurant or something like that. But let's be honest, 9 out of 10 people can agree that having a shared experience, being able to go somewhere and do something with friends and family and other people, sometimes even complete strangers, is infinitely more enjoyable than being alone. You know, perfect example would be if you take, like, Marvel Studios' Avengers Endgame. That movie, which is a culmination of, like, a decade of movies based off of comic books that people love. Most people would agree that seeing that by themselves, completely alone, pales in comparison to the experience of being with other people, friends, family, strangers, that all are a fan of the same thing and are experiencing it together for the first time or for multiple times, is way more enjoyable than being by yourself. So, I'm sorry. Like, if you want to play by yourself, whatever. But hating on the idea of a shared experience with other people, that's just silly to me. If To me, you need to like take a good long look in the mirror and figure out what's wrong with you and yourself personally if you have an issue with being able to experience things with other people. Now, granted, yes, when it comes to online gaming, there are douchebags out there. There's too many kids whose parents don't give a crap about them and just let them do whatever the hell they want to do, like play M-rated games that they have no business playing, especially online. Granted, some of those kids are good at the game, some of them suck, some of them don't know how to play well with others, and you have people that love to troll and be dickbags, or they're selfish and don't care about working as a team. You have those people out there, but that's the reason why there's this thing called friendship, where you go out and you meet new people and you befriend them. And if you like their personality, they like your personality, you're cool with each other. And, you add each other online and you stick together with whatever it is that you guys bonded over. It's not that hard to make friends online. It's actually very easy to make at least one friend online, especially in the gaming community. If there's an online game that has co-op and multiplayer, it's not hard to be like, hey, I have this game, but I currently have nobody to play with. Is there anyone else that plays this game that has it for this platform, or if it's crossplay, just in general has this game and would be willing to, play with me sometime? It's not that hard to do at all. So I say all that to say that, yay for having a single player mode, but at the same time, in my opinion, whoop de freaking do. For me personally, because I'm all set to go. I already have multiple groups of people that are excited to play this game. Even people who necessarily aren't even really a fan of Evil Dead, but think this game looks great to play with. So I don't know. I just feel like people shouldn't act like this is a victory for the people that were bitching and moaning about wanting a single player. And for those that were bitching and moaning about a single player, congrats on having it confirmed, and hopefully you don't find anything else to bitch about, because as a hardcore Evil Dead fan and as a gamer, this game looks like the best Evil Dead game ever. I mean, you have a game that represents the entire main franchise. You have Evil Dead 1, Evil Dead 2, and Evil Dead 3 Army of Darkness, which is huge, because that's never been done before in the history of the franchise ever. And then instead of just playing as Ash, you have multiple characters from all those Evil Dead iterations available to play as. And you can play with your friends. If you want a game like Evil Dead Fistful of Boomstick or Evil Dead Regeneration, go to your mom's basement, bust out the old system in that game, and have at it. Me personally, I'm tired of seeing people be like, oh, why didn't they just remake those games, or why don't they make a game like that? Because those games have been done, and they don't need to be remade. It's time for something new and different. Last time Ash was the star of his own video game on consoles was like in 2005 or 2006. And chances are many of you Evil Dead fans out there didn't even know that Ash was in, other games since then. Yeah, they were mobile games, but still they were fun. Like you had Deploy and Destroy, which was a first-person online multiplayer shooter. It was really cool. You could play as Ash, Pablo, and Kelly. And I think they added Ruby as well. Very cool, fun game. But it didn't last long because not a lot of people knew about it. Not a lot of people were playing it. I don't think that's going to be the story with this. Because for one, it's a console game, so it already has that going for it. And two, Evil Dead it's getting hotter now. Like, it's still kind of a cult franchise, but it's like, it's got 1 foot in cult and 1 foot in mainstream. It's right there, straddling the fence. I'd say it's like mainstream cult or cult mainstream, because The reboot kind of brought it into mainstream, and then the TV series really kind of brought it into mainstream. And then we got a new movie coming out next year, and now we got a new video game coming out next year. So I think Evil Dead is on the track to becoming more popular than it has been lately, and I'm all for it. You know, I'm the type of person that I need to hoard it and make sure it's all for me and nobody else can experience this thing that I love. Like, no, Evil Dead is for me and me alone. Nobody else can have it. No, I'm excited for more people, hardcore fans, casual fans, and just, you know, completely new fans to be introduced into new Evil Dead stuff, or to be sharing it with each other. More fans the better, right? Because, you know, more fans means more content, more games, more movies, more shows, more merchandise. Me personally, I feel like there's a distinct lack of Evil Dead merchandise available. I've only seen, like, I got an Evil Dead when I was, I'm not gonna say how old I was. I'm just gonna say I got an Evil Dead back in 2009. It's 2021, and like the past 3 years, we just started getting a decent amount of Evil Dead merchandise. You know, so and like this year's the 40th anniversary, so I'm hoping even more stuff starts coming out. So I'm excited to see where things go with the franchise. I'm really excited to see where things go with the game. And I'm ready for it to not make this video not an hour-long video like most of my other videos about this game have been. I'm just going to touch on a couple of things real quick in this. So they said that there's going to be more information about new character updates, which I assume means updates to characters we've already seen and updates to characters that have not been announced yet. So that'll be cool. Me personally, I'm hoping specifically for Ash that we get to see Evil Dead 1 Ash, since it's the 40th anniversary of the original film. Because let's be honest, almost everybody and their mother is going to want to play as Ash, right? Because he's the most popular character in the franchise. I'm hoping that the way the game works is when you do co-op and online multiplayer, since there's more than one version of Ash, more than one person could play as Ash. Or even like more than one person could choose the same character, because you can have different outfits and different weapons. So like, say someone wants to be Kelly, well, someone could be Kelly with, you know, the meat tenderizer. Someone can be Kelly with a gun. Someone could be Kelly with a flamethrower. Personally, I think that would be cool. As far as Ash goes, like, you know, you could do Evil Dead 1 Ash, have the long-barreled shotgun and an axe or a chainsaw. Evil Dead 2 Ash, it could be Evil Dead 2 Ash without the harness. Maybe he has both hands, or maybe he just has the stump in the shotgun. You could be Hero Ash before the outfit gets ripped up, Hero Ash after the outfit gets ripped up. You could be Army of Darkness Ash, you know, medieval Ash, either with or without the armor on. Or like the white shirt. You could be any numerous versions of Ash versus Evil Dead Ash with chainsaw and gauntlet, or, you know, blue shirt and brown pants, or Asylum Ash, or post-apocalyptic Ash, anything. The possibilities are numerous and almost infinite, and I'm really hoping that all of the main outfits are representing the game. And it'd be cool if you could also mix and match different pieces. That might be a little bit too much, but it would be cool if you could mix and match. Like, say if you want to play as Evil Dead 1 Ash, but, you know, you wore, I don't know, like one of the jackets that Old Man Ash from the TV series has on. That would be cool. Yeah, I don't know. I just think those would be some really cool ideas to see in the game. And then they also mentioned pre-order availability is going to be announced soon. It's been rumored, it's been told through the grapevine that the pre-order might be a steel book that is designed to look like the Book of the Dead. So we'll see if that is fully factual and gets revealed at a later date. And then it says there's going to be another gameplay video, which is perfect. More gameplay footage. with Bruce Campbell narrating. So I'm excited for that. I'm hoping we get that sooner than later. The biggest thing I'm hoping for, and this is going to be my final remark, so I can cut this video off so it's not an hour long or even 30 minutes long. I would love to see, the coolest thing that could be done is a beta. If we could get a beta testing going on for this game. A lot of games that do it. Currently, as of right now, Back for Blood is doing a closed, private type of beta testing. And then I think next week is going to be open beta. Personally, Boston Games and Saber Interactive, if you are watching this right now, if you've made it through the 20 something odd minutes in this video, I appreciate you for watching this far. The biggest thing I could ask of you right now, aside from all the other crazy things I've asked for in past videos and in comments across social media and in the emails I've sent, is if this year you guys could find a way to give us a beta, even if it's a private beta, it doesn't have to be open beta, just let a few fans and their friends do like a beta testing of the game this year in October. October would be the perfect time to do it because, again, October is the 40th anniversary of Evil Dead. So if you could, like, say, the week or weekend of the 15th. Let me see when the 15th is real quick, actually. I'm going to double check something here. 15th falls on a Friday. So, like, say maybe, Thursday through Sunday, if you want to make it a limited thing. Thursday through Sunday, beta testing weekend / week for Evil Dead the game, and you can play as all the characters that have been shown so far, and the screenshots and in the footage, and the environments that have been shown so far. So like the cabin in the woods and the surrounding area, and whatever spots in Michigan that have been shown off from like the movies and the TV series. Like, so maybe 2 to 3 different map locations, and the characters that have been shown off and the weapons that have been shown off. Assuming like it's done in time by then for you guys to be like, hey, guess what? We know you were looking forward to playing the game this year. It got pushed back to next year. As a token of our appreciation for being patient with us and to, tide you guys over until the game is released, or just to give you a little taste of it, here's a beta testing demo that you can try out for a week or a weekend or whatever. Like, honestly, that would be the absolute greatest thing you guys could do right now for us fans. And I'm not going to get on my knees and beg, and I'm not going to bitch and moan like other fans saying, you should do this for us because blah, 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 blah. Otherwise, I'm not getting the game. Yeah. None of that screwhead bullshit. But respectfully, as a fan of the Evil Dead franchise and as someone who understands how difficult game design development can be, because I've taken classes before, thank you for making this game the best that you can make it be. Thank you for being transparent with us and taking time to make it better. And also, I'm saying this ahead of time, thank you if you can give us a beta testing period this year in October. That would be absolutely great if you can do that. If you can, great. If not, it's no big deal. But again, if you can, awesome. Stay groovy.